How's everybody doing tonight? I haven't been on here all week, so figured I'd go live tonight, see how everybody's doing, see how everybody's week's been going. Ain't been a lot going on this week, I guess. It's gone by pretty quick. Tomorrow's Friday. Hey Tyler, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in here tonight. That's good. Has your week been going pretty good? It's definitely a fast week. We're supposed to get some fairly decent storms tonight. And it's supposed to rain, I think, most of tomorrow. On the plus side, I think I'm going to be getting my truck fixed here before too much longer. Hopefully sooner than later, but we'll see. I appreciate that, Tyler. Yeah, that Oregon, yeah, that one went out today. And yeah, it's been hot here. The temperature's been changing quite a bit. Today wasn't too bad, but we've already had a few days this year that's been close to 100, so it's been crazy. Been some very high humidity. I don't know how humid it gets in Oregon, but we've had some very, very, very humid days here. I guess there's been a lot going on this week, but not a lot, if that makes sense. I ended up joining another fire department. So I'm going to be volunteering time at 2 different fire departments. We'll see how that goes. Hoping to get a lot of training in. Tyler, you got the Duke 650s, right? If I remember right. Have you used them before? They're actually one of my favorite traps now. Got some 550s. Awesome. Hey Judith and Dan, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in here tonight. Yeah, I got me some 550s. Haven't had a chance to use them. I will this season. But the 650s are about my favorite trap that I've used, especially for the money. I want to try the K9 Extremes from No BS this year. I'm going to try those, and then I'm going to give the 550s a try. Those K9 Extremes, I definitely want to try those too this year, so we'll see. And I kind of have an idea of something I want to do, but I don't know yet. I haven't really decided if I want to try it or not. My favorite trap for cats, the Duke 650 is like my favorite trap for coyotes and cats. It's a little much for fox. The 550 is definitely what I'd be going for with fox. Even like a 1.5 would be good for fox. But the 650, I caught quite a few coyotes in it last year, and I caught a decent sized bobcat in the 650, and 650 got a good catch and held great and did very well. So I'm very pleased with those. So I definitely want to get at least another dozen for my personal line, and then yeah, I want to get some of those Canine Extremes to try out this year. Sometimes it's just hard for me to fork money over. I know a lot of people say it's worth it, but it's like, I don't know. I'm a cheap person. If most people that have been watching me for a while know, but and the number 3 Bridger Douglas is a good trap too. I have not caught a cat in a number 3 yet, but uh, I'm sure I will at some point. So what do you guys got planned for this weekend? Judith and Dan, did you guys end up getting any hogs? I know you said you had to pull your traps. So I don't know if you get put any more out or not. Yeah, hot weather is definitely a lot different trapping in than cold weather. Um, I'm I have not done very much warm weather trapping, to be honest with you. So um, I do know come now location is definitely key. I know a lot of people like to use snares this time of year because you can just drop them in a fence line or something like that, and then you ain't gotta try to worry about luring a coyote to your set. But I know a lot of states you can't use snares. Like here in Missouri, we can't use them. So my thought is to try to blind set a trail. Try to find a couple trails and just blind set them because I don't think your baits and lures are going to work too well right now because they're not really in heat. And well, I say in heat, they're not really. It's not breeding season, and there's enough food out right now that they're not really looking for something to eat like they are in the colder months. So I think right now for coyotes, blind setting trails is good. Use some urine. I think urine would work real good. Just put a trap on a trail with some urine, and I think you'll do pretty good. Hey Jamie, how you doing tonight? Country roads. Finally got the last spring beaver had sold. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I hope you got a decent price for them. Picture. Did my picture disappear for anyone else? Can you see me? Not no more. I'm back. Jamie, I forgot to tell you, my my wife, Sky, she got her Hawaiian pizza the other night. I told her, I said, you need to take a picture, send it to Jamie. And no, it was not from Domino's. Uh, I told my daughter, um, uh, 6 to 8 weeks ago, probably, we went to CC's and she really had fun. And I told her that I would take her back for her birthday. So we went Tuesday night. We took Grandma and one of my aunts with us. It doesn't take too much to be better than CC's Pizza. CC's used to be fairly good, but here the last couple times we've been there, I mean their pizza is just it's pretty sad, to be honest with you. I mean, you gotta eat 3 pieces of their pizza to equal one piece of pizza. But it is what it is. And last time we went, which was probably 2 months ago, maybe less, maybe 6 weeks ago, it was $6.50 for a buffet, and we went Tuesday and it was $8.50. So it's definitely not worth that. So I don't think we'll be back. I know everything's going up, but for what CC's is, I don't think it's worth that. Next time we'll probably just take our daughter to Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. Hey Billingsley, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Can we buy the 850s by the dozen? The 850s, the only options I have right now are a dozen or a 6-pack. A half a dozen. Right now, the way I do the Dukes is I drop ship them. And it's actually cheaper because with the way Duke does it, they offer free shipping. So if you order just Duke traps off my website, there's an option for free shipping on the Duke traps because they offer free shipping. So I thought about getting Duke traps in, but then again, it's like, you know, I want to save people as much money as I can and drop shipping them. Duke offers free shipping, at least for now. I don't know if they'll be able to continue that because everything's going up, but for now, if they're offering free shipping, I'm just going to continue drop shipping them. And they only want to do a dozen cases. But on the 330s and 850s, I can do 6-packs. So, doing good, Billingsley. Hey, Mr. Somebody, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. Killed a couple and scattered them to people's property. Oh, that sucks, Judith and Dan. So did you guys end up getting any hogs? Yeah. I figured this time of year, I think, Billingsley would know better than me, but if you were trapping coyotes like right now in summertime, you think the best bet would be like blind setting a trail with maybe a little urine? I think that's probably going to be the best bet right now, because I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of baits and lures that are going to give you the results you want this time of year. That and I've never trapped this time of year very much, but I've heard a lot of people that do try to use baits and stuff this time of year. It just gets overran by ants, and then the ants eat it up, and it's crazy. Made a beautiful Hawaiian pizza. I told you, Jamie, I'd give you $20 for one if you deliver it. Had a price. I have 30 tails left for bounty to turn. That's awesome. So when you do the bounty on the tails, do they actually take the tails from you, or do you get the tails back? So the Hatter price, they just buy by the pound, don't they? When they do that. Jesus, Jamie, where'd you go? Yeah, Miss Summer, I'm doing good. Been a lot going on, but like everything else, take it a day at a time. See where tomorrow takes you. So I've heard when people sell beaver for the Hatter price, what you're talking about, they usually sell it by the pound. Uh, how exactly does that work? Because I mean, can you do like green hide that way? Because I've always wondered that. Like, do they check to see how well it's actually been skinned or anything? Awesome. Yeah. So I've never really trapped this time of year, but uh, what exactly is a mafia type set? I'm not familiar with that one, I guess. That sucks, Jamie. Yeah, that's one thing that's got me. We volunteered at another fire department, so we're going to be volunteering some time at two fire departments now, and uh, I've wondered how much we'll actually be able to do with gas prices. So I don't know. It's not too bad because you just go to the station, but between meetings and everything, I don't. We'll see how it goes. Time of year, yeah. That's crazy. So they don't even look to see if uh, people chunks of meat or something on there. 'Cause, I mean, it'd be fairly easy to leave half a pound of meat on a good sized beaver. Oh, okay, that had to be put up. I was gonna say, that's what I've always wondered. Because I always hear people saying they just weigh it and then pay them for whatever pounds it's up to. And I'm like, how does that work? I'm like, because I don't see how you could do them green. Because then they still have all the oil and fat and everything, and that just adds weight to it. You had 5 given to us. Awesome. Yeah, I heard somebody, they're stretch and dry. I see. I get it then. That makes sense to me. Um, I was talking to somebody that, they live somewhere where they get a bounty on their beaver tails. And they told me that they knew somebody that lived in another state where they don't get bounty. So he buys all his tails for $1 and then turns them in for, I think he said they were getting like $8 a bounty. I'm like, you better hope you don't get caught doing that. Was it South Dakota, I think it was? Somebody told me they was getting a $10 bounty on raccoon tails. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, if I was getting a $10 bounty on raccoons, boy, I'd be spending a lot of money on dog proofs and 1.5s right now, I tell you that. I mean, $10 just for a coon tail? That's crazy. Awesome. It's not too bad. I know, earlier this year, like December, January, there's quite a few people that are having a hard time even selling beaver, which is sad. And I know a lot of the people were saying before the season started that muskrat was going to be the high dollar animal this year. I don't think it really turned out that way. Of course, once China pulled out, that kind of changed everything. $35. That's not too bad. Could be worse. Could be a lot better, but it could be worse. Judith and Dan, do you guys keep all of your oil sacks, casters, and meat? I know you keep your caster. Do you keep the meat and everything else? 2 traps on a crow with a turd in the middle. I see. South, sorry, I understand. Oh, you're good. I remember somebody telling me a little while back that they was getting $10 bounty on the raccoons, and I was like, I just stopped and thought, and I'm like, that's crazy. Here in Missouri, as far as I know, we don't have a bounty on anything. But it is what it is, I guess. Hopefully the fur market's a little bit better this year. It's hard to know what's going to happen, to be honest with you. Southeast District. Yeah. That almost makes me wonder with gas prices the way they are, how much of a price difference is a lot of these fur buyers going to have next year when they travel around buying furs, if they even do it, because with fuel prices the way they are, I don't know if they'll be able to drive around and, pay $2 for a coyote. Turns in the tails, he gives me the cash. It's awesome. Yeah, I figured I'd get on here, see how everybody's doing. Haven't went live this week. Kind of been busy all week long. Said it's been busy, but it ain't been busy, if that makes any sense. But, yeah. What's everybody got planned for this weekend? We're supposed to get a bunch of rain tomorrow. think it's supposed to start at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So just in about 2-3 hours. It's supposed to rain most of the day, which means we won't be able to mow for a couple of days. We've been getting a lot of rain this year, I can tell you that. We've already had a couple of floods this year. Raining there now. Yeah. So I think last I seen it was supposed to start about 1 o'clock here. Somewhere around there. That's awesome. You grind your beaver for burger. Do you mix it with any other meat when you make your burgers, or do you just cook it straight the way it is? Or do you add any fat to it, like bacon or something like that? I know a lot of times with like our deer meat, we'll add bacon into it instead of bottled and labeled. Yeah, I was hoping to make it, but we ain't gonna get to make it this year. It didn't happen. I don't know what's gonna happen, honestly. I said at this point, I'd be happy to make one convention. Hey, Otter Cat, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. It sucks because the FTA is only a little over 3 hours from us, so it's not too far. But this is still kicking. That's good. I don't know. Just one of those things. That I think. I don't know. I don't know. Just take it a day at a time, see how everything goes. Benz, I seen your post you made. I think it was yesterday. Talking about you probably gonna have to raise your prices a little next year. Yeah, so I wanted to be there, but it just I don't know. Yeah, right now we just can't afford it. We've thought about camping if we go to any camping, but I'm still not 100% sure how camping with my daughter would be. So, I know we thought about just sleeping in the car if we do. I'd really like to go to Nebraska and the one in Bloomfield. I'd really like to go to both of those. I've been asked if I was coming to both, and pretty much getting both the same answer. If we can afford it when it gets here, then we'll be there. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what to expect this coming year. Everything's taking a big jump. I mean the jars, the prices of all the jars I get has gone up. And when everything goes up a little bit, that makes a pretty big dent when it's all together. When your jars go up a little bit, your ingredients go up a little bit, your labels go up a little, everything goes up. I mean, all of those little bits end up being a decent little amount that it's hard to just, bite. It's like I don't know if I can just take it, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people that say that when they get called for a beaver job, most of the time the beavers have already moved on by the time they get there. 80% beaver, 20% bacon, and this is awesome. I've never tried beaver yet, but one of these days. Yeah, Billings, I think by the time December or so gets here, you're going to see the prices of a lot of things go up. Because I think right now a lot of people are still have some stock left over from last year, and when it gets through, all the prices, the new prices are going to start coming out, and I think a lot of people are going to be pretty surprised at how things are changing. 'Cause I've noticed, like bait, there's a lot of people that are going to $18 a pint now instead of 15. Starting to see a lot of lures go to $7.50, $8 an ounce instead of $6 to $7 an ounce. So everything's just slowly going up, a little at a time. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's I don't know. I try to stay positive as much as I can. Try not to talk about it much, but it's a crazy world, that's for sure. I'll tell everybody. I have a lot of people that said that they're not going to let high gas prices keep them from doing stuff, and uh, just stuff like that. And so I tell them, I said, for some people that are a little older, that are at least 40s, 50s, I said most of them have been around enough and they've worked long enough that they have something consistent going on or some money saved up and whatnot that they can kind of get through. I said, but a lot of these people that are just early to mid 20s that are just maybe 4 or 5 years into their job and just getting married with young kids and stuff like that. I said these people haven't really built anything up yet, so they're really, really struggling right now. When you go to work and you make, say, $600 a week and it costs you $150 just in fuel to drive to work, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Crazy times. I've seen a lot of, in the last 6 to 8 months, I've seen a lot of small businesses close because of the rising prices of everything. I know some people that have been making like uh, cattle troughs for a few years, deer feeders and stuff like that, and I mean they've had to stop because the price of everything got so much they just couldn't do it anymore. Uh, I mean, I was talking to a guy that made deer feeders, and he said that the price of materials now would cost him more than he was selling his deer feeders for. So it's like that's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, everything's going up. It's crazy. Every time I look at prices, it's more than it was the last time I looked. It's like we did some grocery shopping last night, and the prices on a lot of things have gone up just since the month before. That's just crazy. Yeah, that's one thing that I didn't do. I had some money saved up, and I was doing all right, and then I kind of used everything I had to start doing what I'm doing now. And now I'm just very dependent on how much business I do. Beaver burger this season, yeah. Told my wife, I said I definitely need to shoot 3 or 4 deer this year to make sure we have enough meat. That's awesome, Jamie. That's awesome. Just crazy times. Yeah, I've heard people using Beavercaster for that. Beavercaster really just works for everything. This is what I don't know. Yeah. The caster works great for coyotes, cats, beaver, of course. Sad thing is everything's still going up, so I don't know what the prices of everything will be in 2 or 3 months from now. Every time I order anything anymore or buy anything, it's more than it was last time. But it is what it is. Just gotta keep on going. Let's talk to a lot of people that are farther up north. Uh, gas prices there are already, $5.50 to $6 a gallon now. So, uh, I don't know if these crazy prices. I think if this would happen next year, I think I would have been all right. But this year, just crazy. Jamie, yeah, it's never a bad thing though. I plan on having at least a couple to a few dozen traps running this year. Yeah. Yeah, with a lot of that stuff, I feel like as much as animals are attracted to it, I feel like I think there's still an aspect where an animal's kind of like a human. Uh, Everybody still, as a people, everybody still prefers like some food over others, and I think animals are that way a lot of times. But I don't know. I think some animals are a little more attracted to something than the next one would be. I know I've seen that a lot, like just in like dogs. I mean, if you go buy 5 dog foods, I bet there's at least one or two of them that a dog won't touch. Like, I think there's just some things that they prefer over the next, if that makes sense. Yeah, that sucks, Judith and Dan. Yeah, everything's going up. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how many times I've already had to change prices of different things that I carry. Every time I go to order something, oh, it's changed. Prices changed again. Prices changed again. I don't know. Yeah, the price of metal went up quite a bit. Steel went up quite a bit. Glasses went up. Glass jars and stuff like that. That's why I got away from the glass jars. It's just too expensive. Um, I don't want to have to. I try my best not to have to change my prices as much as I can. And this was last year. I say last year. This was, yeah, it was probably around August, September. I went to order some more glass, and a lot of them had gone up. I mean, 10 to 20 cents each. And I just couldn't do it anymore. So uh, I did a lot of searching for new jars and stuff like that, and found some that I like. Yeah, it's awesome, Billingsley. That's what I tell people. I said, if nothing else, sometimes it's good to have a change up because I've noticed I can go a while using one bait, doing very well, and then all of a sudden I notice that it starts slowing down a lot. And then I'll start throwing in a new bait, and then it'll start picking up again. So sometimes I think just having that change up or that new smell sometimes will get them going. Jamming human things. Yeah, I read that twice before. Uh, that first line I read twice before I finished the rest of it. Okay. Uh, I'm sure if you tied one to a tree limb, it'd probably do you pretty good. Have it sit above your set, about 6 foot off the ground. Jamie. I don't think that's where I'd be going to get them. But yeah, I'll probably be making some more lures tomorrow. Billingsley. Oh my gosh. But anyway, I figured I'd get on here for a little bit, see how everybody's doing. Just kind of chat a little bit, but I think I'm gonna head off and go to bed. It's been kind of a busy last couple of days, and haven't been getting to bed till late, so I think I'm gonna try to get to bed a little earlier tonight. So, but I figured I'd get on here and just kind of see how everybody's doing. Hope everybody has a great weekend, a great Friday tomorrow. So, I appreciate you guys coming in here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Yeah, water cat. I don't think so. If anything, I'm gonna throw up. That's what I'm gonna do.